First off, I'm not an Akronite. I grew up in southern Ohio, a little town near Steubenville. I say near Steubenville because no one knows where the hell Dillonville is. And when you grow up in a little town like that, for the comfort zone to get out of for me was my imagination. So I'd be in the corner playing, bam, we're doing all this. This is my comfort zone as a kid, right? My imagination. But in southern Ohio, art, imagination, no one really gives a shit about any of that. So that didn't go very well for me. So what I found for me at that age was baseball. Baseball was my comfort zone. Why? My birthday's in August. That was the cutoff time. So I was always the big kid when it comes to baseball. That was fantastic. I was a year older than everybody else, so it's easy to be good, right? When you're a year older than everybody else. And that was comfort zone. I was really good. I loved it. School, for that matter, I was good in art. No one gave a shit about that, like I said. But I was good in art. And I didn't have a comfort zone in school. So, for me, up until the 6th grade, everything was great, Those are the magical years. No one cared about your family's political positions or how much money you had or if you were mature or not. It was just a magical time. And then junior high comes along. And in junior high, my birthday's in August. So I'm a year younger than everybody else. So in junior high, everybody starts to blossom and mature. Well, I didn't, and I get made fun of a lot. When you had to take gyms and showers and whatnot, you go in, there's all these men in there, and here I am, I'm just a little boy at this point in my life, and it was embarrassing, so I had nothing to fall back on, but I knew when I got a baseball in my hand, I could get through that bully, I could get through all that picking on, and I could have a baseball season, so it kept me through. It really did. And I loved baseball until I broke my wrist and I could no longer play baseball anymore. I had no comfort zone. This was my sophomore year in high school. I had finally hit puberty by then. I was a late bloomer. And let's see, I got glasses that year. I got chicken pox that year. So I had bumps all over me. It was a fantastic year. And I had no baseball. I had to quit because I broke my wrist and I was a hitter. Hitting is all about snapping the wrist. It's not about how big you are. It's not about how much steroids you take. It's about snapping the wrist and hitting a ball, and I was really good. But I could no longer do that. And I cried. I mean, my dad, who was a hard ass and always pushed me, he let me cry about this one because he knew I had to give up something that was really special to me. I had no comfort zone. What the hell was I going to do? Go get picked on in school anymore? Or go back in art that no one gave a shit about? So what was I going to do? I got a job. For the first time in my life, I was 16, got a job in Steubenville, Ohio. That was the big city, right? You ever heard of Steubenville? Probably not. For me, that was a big city. I got to influence by all kinds of people. I got turned on to all kinds of new music. Why? Because I stepped outside of my comfort zone. And it was fantastic. So now cooking and working in a restaurant became my new comfort zone. So let's talk a little bit about comfort zone first, if you don't really understand what a comfort zone is. It's my interpretation of a comfort zone. Comfort zone's over here, right? It's warm. It's that shower. It's that, nice pair of pants to fit on. It's that robe. Oh, I love this spot, right? This is awesome. That's your comfort zone. Step outside the comfort zone. Oh, God, they're looking at me. I hate this. Oh, man, just stop it. Please, leave me alone. That's outside the comfort zone. So, for me, I hid behind things. So, when you work in a restaurant, you have the front of the house, and you have the back of the house. The back of the house doesn't get as much respect as the front of the house. No offense to the kitchen here up here, but you get treated differently when you work in the back than you do in the front. And I used to work out at, what was it called? East Side Mario's, if you remember that place. And I made pizzas out in front. So I had to sit there and make these pizzas, right? While people brought their kids up and watch me make pizzas. And they're like, watch the little guy make pizzas. Here, set them up there. And I had to smile and go, oh, yeah. Busy as hell, 5 pizzas going at once, salads, all this. And they're like, look at the guy, ha, ha, making fun of me. Every night, I felt, despite all my rage, I am still just an effing rat in this cage. You all know that song, right? Oh, every night. Oh, make pizzas. Make pizzas. Oh, I hate it. So somebody one time said, Blue, you look miserable and you have a personality. Why don't you step to the front of the house and wait tables? That's outside of my comfort zone. Never. Oh, leave me alone, no. That's what waiting tables was. And I got out there and I realized, wow, this isn't that bad. I can use this make-believe life that I've always had, fantasizing in this artistic world, and I can be a new personality at every table. And I loved it. And it helped me. Helped me deal with life. Because if you can deal with a hungry motherfucker that's really pissed off, you can deal with anything in life. Trust me on that. So it's the best skill you can possibly have. So, I went from cooking to college. And I stepped with those jobs, cooking in the back, and I hated every minute of it. And then I waited tables for a while, and I loved it, and it was good. And then I got into videography, and that's what people know me for now. So, I hid behind this, the frame, right? Everything is a frame when you're behind the camera. And I hid behind that. That was my new comfort zone. I enjoyed it. I could tell stories. And I recorded a lot of television shows, and I recorded a lot of people. Thousands of stories, thousands of people for that matter. Different hosts. Learn from good hosts, learn from really shitty hosts too. You go to talk to somebody, all they get to say is, welcome to Chili's, right? And they're like, welcome to, what was the name of the place again? It's just Chili's. They couldn't get a damn line out. And these people are paid professionals. On camera, me behind there all day waiting for this person. Damn, get the damn line out. We're doing a commercial. We're paying you $500 to say one line. You can't get this line out. It was frustrating as all hell. But that was my comfort zone. I dealt with it. So I had a job where they said, Blue, we need you to, I worked for a web hosting company, and they would pick keywords of the day. So say the keyword was, Justin Bieber got arrested. That's your keyword phrase. So my job was, Blue, make a video that ties Justin Bieber getting arrested into web hosting. How in the hell am I going to do that? So I would sit down and I would try to script this stuff out and write it. And I even had like a mirror I would look through with like a teleprompter and try to read this stuff. And it would take forever to make like a 3-minute video. And it would be god-awful, horrible. Well, Justin Bieber got arrested. And if you want to save your name, make sure you register your domain right now at justinbieber.com so that other Justin Bieber doesn't give you a bad name. And I try to draw him back into this. And I do this every day. And eventually, I got really good on camera. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being in front of the camera. And it became my comfort zone. So now, I have a television show. And I get in front of the camera and I talk to people. And it's my comfort zone. But if you would have known me 15 years ago, 20 years ago, hell, when I was back in the back screaming how much I hated life making pizzas, you would have never thought that guy's going to get out there in front. So my whole point of this long, contrived story about breaking out of your comfort zone, you know, you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life if you don't get out of your damn comfort zone. Because you know what? A comfort zone isn't that good in reality. It's holding you back. Let's be honest about that. So please, take my advice. You can do it. Break past that comfort zone and do something you never thought you could. And much like the last story we heard, it's like jumping in ice cold water. Once you get in, God, this sucks. And then eventually, you're okay. Just please, go out and break into that, out of your comfort zone and do something you never thought you would do. And trust me, it may be a little uncomfortable at first, but before you know it, you'll do whatever you want to do by breaking out of your comfort zone. Thank you.